writer's strike has been going on for months now, and everybody with Hollywood is just getting screwed in this deal, except for maybe Hollywood, which is kind of weird because you think they'd actually be suffering with pushing movies back. But let's get into it. Warner Brothers may push the release of Dune 2 and Aquaman Lost Kingdom to 2024 in solidarity with Hollywood strike. I don't think that's what's actually going to happen, which sucks because I actually want to see Dune 2. The writer and actor strikes have the potential to do what the pandemic did to Hollywood and cause everyone to relive the days of long mass delays. Nobody's going to see movies. Nobody's going to see movies. They're all shit. Release dates shifted entire years during lockdowns for films ready for the screen and ones in the middle of production. This is what happened to Denis Villeneuve's first Dune movie. They on to say Aquaman. I don't think anybody cares about Aquaman, so I'm just going to skip over Aquaman. So Variety reports that Warner Brothers is strongly considering pushing Dune from November of this year to next year. They don't even give us which quarter it's going to be, and they just say sometime next year. But Warner Brothers has to wait till Legendary signs off it as well. They both are needed to actually delay this movie. And with as much as these studios are losing money, I don't think they want to delay it because everybody's been waiting for Dune. It's actually starting to get some hype behind it. And the article goes in to talk about how stars aren't allowed to promote the movies, blah, 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 blah. They have to be on strike. They can't do all the other bullshit. They have to stand together, which we don't have movie stars anymore. I can't remember the last time I watched an actor actually promote a movie because I just don't care. Either it's good or it's not. I'm going to go watch them. The only question is it any good? But why do I think it's going to be bad for the actors and the writers and not so much for Hollywood? Well, I know I covered it in a previous video, but it looks like we're back to AI. As actors strike for AI protection, Netflix lists $900,000 a year AI job. And look, we're already watching these companies drag these old relics of old era movies out and putting them into new movies, refacing them all. The only thing they're doing is using their voice. And with the writers on strike, one of the videos they did in AI actually wrote articles better than Kotaku, which honestly wasn't that hard, but let's be fair. If you can hire one or two people for less than your entire staff, that'll make a movie better than the garbage we're getting. And just use an actor's voice or even make your own voice. Create your own movie star. I mean, hell, that's practically what the VTubers do, right? It's a fake person that doesn't exist that just does one thing to script. Why the hell would you hire a real person, especially when they can strike and essentially cut your business down to nothing? But it is giving us glorious quotes like this from Rob Delaney. So $900,000 a year per soldier in their godless AI army, when that amount of earnings could qualify 35 actors and their families for SAG after health insurance, is just ghoulish. That's a bold statement from Hollywood saying something is godless. But these are the people that gave us the garbage like She-Hulk and are complaining about their almost $400 in royalty checks on a show that cost over $200 million to make, but nobody wanted to see because of how awful it was. These people want to write garbage that doesn't sell, get paid for it, and expect to make tons of money. It's like me taking a dump in a box and selling it to people, or trying to sell it to people because nobody's going to fucking buy it, and then complaining that people aren't buying it. It's not how the world works. But of course, Bryan Cranston's dumbass has to chime in and join in on the strike, so let's hear what he has to say.
We've got a message for Mr. Iger. I know, sir, that you look through things through a different lens.
Yeah, it's that you guys are absolute shit and are losing the company $1 billion. It would be different if you were making them money. Like, how much of a genius do you have to be to say, oh, these companies are losing billions of dollars and nobody's watching our trash, let's go on strike to get more money? Like, what kind of idiot says that? Well, apparently this guy.
We don't expect you to understand who we are, but we ask you to hear us, and beyond that, to listen to us when we tell you we will not be having our jobs taken.
So I'm looking at the sign language interpreter, and I'm kind of wondering if she's getting paid, because usually they make a pretty buck.
Taken away and giving to robots.
There it is. The AI will not replace us, is what he is saying. They took our jobs. Insert the South Park quote here.
We will not have you take away our right to work and earn a decent living.
Oh, what was it a couple years ago? Learn to code, bro.
And lastly, and most importantly, we will not allow you to take away our dignity.
Yeah. So, a decade ago, when essentially the right wing was complaining about AI taking over and robots taking their jobs and replacing them, and these people said, "Oh, what was it? Learn to code. It's time to get a new degree, or time to get a degree. Learn to do something more than manual labor." Yeah, how's that going? The pendulum always swings. It's just funny to see it swing the other way. As much as I hate to say it, it's almost like one side of the aisle is screaming about valid points, while the other side is just charging full steam over that edge. I think the only problem is it's all tied together, but it is funny to see the pendulum swing the other way. But guys, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments section. Do you think Cranston's a moron? How long do you think it is before AI is going to take over all these actors and writers' jobs? And do you think Dune 2 will be pushed back to next year? But while you're there, make sure you drop me a like, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you share this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.